Well, it's that time again for one of these videos. We're going to be talking about mindset. Now, today was a very important one. I saw one of my friends on Instagram post it. He did a little video on it. I wanted to post a little bit on Instagram myself, but I wanted to talk more in depth about it. It's really about preparing yourself for the judgment of other people and how you can deal with it if you struggle with it. Now, this is something that I personally struggled with a lot growing up. Really all just comes down to confidence. At the end of the day, it comes down to confidence in who you are, confidence in what you're doing, and comes down to just confidence in general and not worrying about what other people think. Now, when I say not worrying about what other people think, that is easier said than done, and it really comes down to the wire when you're trying to do something for yourself and things get tough. So let me put a little scenario in your head. Let's just say you want to go out and start your own business. Let's just say you want to start your own clothing line. You know, your friends and your family say, you know, and the thing is as well, this is where it gets tough because this is real life situations sort of stuff. So let's just say you want to start your own clothing line, but you want to go from your full-time job to your part-time, you want to go to part-time, you want to transition onto it, you want to start putting more effort into your side hustle. You know you're not going to be making as much money, but you're okay with, making less money, but putting more time into your business because you're passionate about it. You're almost more than likely going to be getting, some words from, some words of, real world advice from maybe your parents, from your friends, from your work associates. A lot of people are most likely going to be saying to you, hey, don't you think you should, not go part-time? Don't you think you should maybe, get a business plan first? Don't you think maybe, you should get someone to help you? Or don't put too much effort into it. You want to make sure that you still got money coming in. All this stuff that they think is going to be real world advice, but really at the end of the day, they're saying to you, hey, look, it might not work out for you. Maybe you shouldn't be putting this much time into it. You shouldn't, maybe it might not work out for you. So really, when it comes down to it, they try and give you encouragement, but at the end of the day, it's sort of bringing down, your passion of what you want to do. This is something that I struggled with deeply, when I was growing up, in my teen years. I've now, being in the age of 24, I've slowly started to find my groove, and I've found that confidence, and I know that my ideas in my head and, just the way that I think, it helps me a lot, and I don't really have that self-doubt in myself anymore, which is a huge thing. I know a lot of you guys, out there might struggle with that. I know a lot of people watching this and a lot of people that are looking at these kinds of videos online, they really struggle with mindset and your judgment of others. So I'm going to tell you guys just a couple of things to think about to really help, stop this whole worry of people, these opinions that they have on you, and stopping yourself from doing the things that you want to do. So really, when it comes down to it, people make judgment. People go out of their way to say things about you. Usually it's because they've either experienced something themselves that hasn't worked out, or they've sort of given up on their sense, and if it comes down to parents, sometimes, yeah, they might be trying to come from a good place. They just want what's best for you, but really at the end of the day, only you know what's best for you. So really, if you're struggling and you think that people are, judging you for doing what you want to do, really you just have to remember that they were either brought up differently, if they were from a different generation, they're brought up differently to you, or they have insecurities themselves. That's really what you have to remember when it comes to that kind of thing. When it comes to worrying about what people think about you, at the end of the day, I spoke about this on my Instagram as well, at the end of the day, you have to realize no one actually cares about what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing. No one gives a shit. And at the start of that conversation, that might sound really harsh. That might sound like something that's meant to put you down. But at the end of the day, it's meant to be something that lifts a big weight off your shoulders. Because when you think about it, when you go out and do something, if you are someone who genuinely worries about what people are thinking about you, it might stop you from doing certain things. It might stop you from saying, from thinking to yourself, if I go out and do this, what are people going to think if I go out and do this and it doesn't work out? Those people that have been talking behind my back, maybe they'll be right, and maybe that I'll look like an idiot or something like that. I've gone through all that stuff myself as well, and I'm now starting to learn, how to get rid of that, how to get rid of that feeling. And it's just a big weight lifted off your shoulders when you remember that people actually don't give a shit about what you're doing, even if they say, they congratulate you and they say, that they're there for you and that they're really happy for you. At the end of the day, they have their own stuff to worry about. And that's, it doesn't mean that people don't want to help you. It doesn't mean that there aren't good people out there. It's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that people have themselves to work out first. They have themselves that they need to take care of first. They care about themselves more than what they care about what you're trying to do. And this judgment that you think is happening about you, most of the time it's not even happening. And if it is, it's due to the other person's personal reasons. So it's really something that you have to think about. So two things that you have to remember when you're going out and starting something for yourself, or to get rid of these people's judgment for whatever you want to do, because I've had it as well myself with pretty much anything that I've tried to do, whether it's in terms of study, whether it's in terms of places I've worked at, in terms of starting my own business, before I started Amazon, before I started the education business, before I started Ecom Excellence, all that stuff, I always would have someone there. There's always someone out there that is, going to say something, sort of negative about it, that they're going to say, what if this doesn't work out, or maybe you should do this instead. There's always going to be someone like that. But remember these two things when you are, if you are starting to worry about this judgment that people have. So number one thing is, if they do cast their judgment on you, then it's most likely due to internal reasons. They might have some insecurities themselves. They might have gone through some bad stuff themselves, growing up, or recent past, or whatever it may be. It hasn't got anything to do with you most of the time. Usually people are either envious or they have their own insecurities. That's why they say negative stuff about someone else. Now, number two, they don't actually care. People don't actually care about what you're doing. They don't care about what you're wearing. They don't care about, what you're doing with your life. They don't care about how you're feeling. And like I said, that might sound harsh, but at the end of the day, it's such a big weight lifted off your shoulders, because when you realize the fact that people don't care about what you're trying to do and don't care about, how you're thinking and how you're feeling, that lifts that weight off your shoulders, and you think, okay, well, why does it matter what people are going to think if I go out and do this? They don't care about what I'm thinking anyway. Every time now when I go out and go on a new business venture or try something new, like I'm trying out this new Shopify stuff, and some people might come up and say to me, did you fail at Amazon, or is Amazon not working for you? You're always going to have these people speculate about what's happening and what's going on in your life. But at the end of the day, I just think back to myself and I think, hey, these people don't actually care. They've got themselves to worry about. They've got their own problems to worry about. So why should I care? Even if they say something about it, why should I care about their judgment? It's got nothing to do with me at all. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. If I'm wrong, I'll face my realities and I just keep pushing through it. So it's pretty much all. That's as real as I can be about this topic, guys. Not sure how long this video's gone for. I really don't care how long this video's gone for, but it's an important message that I need to get out to you guys. It's been something that's been on my mind a lot recently as well. So I think that's pretty much it for this video. It's really all I had on my mind. It's really, people's judgment is something that a lot of people struggle with, especially people my age. Definitely, I know that there's people out there that are 40, 50 years old who still struggle with other people's judgment. And it's something that I've been very fortunate that, I've been able to surround myself with this more so positive energy and positive information coming into my brain all the time to really knuckle down and to realize that this stuff doesn't even matter. People's judgment isn't even real half the time. And when it is, it's usually due to their own insecurities as well. So that's all I have to say about that topic, guys. I really hope this video helped you out as well. I love doing videos like this every now and then, because when it's stuff that's on my mind, it's usually very important, usually stuff that a lot of other people have deep down inside, or a lot of stuff that people are thinking about regularly as well. So I hope it can give you some clarity, these kinds of videos, and I really hope that they can help you out. If you want to see any other videos on this kind of thing though, let me know. But apart from that, guys, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I'll see you guys very soon.